Hey guys, I am back. I have
Hey guys, I am back.
I have
Hey guys, I am back.
ow. I
I
have
have Hey guys.
left some screen on apparently that continued to repeat what I was doing. So we've turned that off. That's exciting. But also, last time I was in, we went and got some ruthenium and a piece of zeganite from someone. So I want to go and dump those into the depot right away. And that way people can, people in my guild who need them can pick them up. Somebody's hunting giants and thundering steps, and it looks like they've put together a group for that. That's cool. Always a good thing to see that there's a lot of activity, um, just at varying levels. That's a question that I get asked sometimes: is like, how active is this server? And again, since I don't really do a lot of pickup groups myself, it's not a thing I'm really big into, because I'm kind of doing my own thing, and I have guildmates that I play with regularly. So I'm not in I'm not looking for groups. I will help with other people who are doing things. But anyway, because I don't spend a whole lot of time out there doing that, I'm not as familiar with what the scene is like, right? So if you were alone playing solo and you have no friends who play the game, you haven't met anybody yet, and you're just trying to play the game by yourself and you need a group, um, I don't think that you would have too much trouble um, getting a group on this server. I definitely see a lot of people who are looking for group in the looking for group channel. So I think it would be very possible to very easily put together something. If even if no one is doing like looking for more, you could, pick up the people who are looking for group and pretty simply stick something together, I think. I also have no idea why I went into the trade skill instance and checked out the broker there. So there's that as well. However, I do need to come over here and sell a few pieces of, I think there's some wood or something. So I need to hide not for sale. Chunk of timber, that's what we've got. And that's just vendor trash. And I also somehow managed to run across a bag of fertilizer. Those are for, actually, by this point, I believe when Kingdom of Sky was released, if you pre-ordered it and you got the maximum package, you could get this carnivorous plant, I believe is what it was called. And you could feed the carnivorous plant roots, fertilizer, and bones. And depending on which combination you fed to that plant, you would get different items in return for that. And it could be any number of temporary boost top things. And so I think, everybody had kind of figured out the items that they were looking for, what the combination was, because it might be like 2 bones, 1 fertilizer, 2 water, something like that. And depending on the amount of each item that you fed, you would get something different. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know that there's any way to get the carnivorous plant on this server, even if you bought the advanced um, pre-order at that time. I think you still may not be able to claim it on this server. maybe you could if you've never claimed it before, but I feel like it may have been one of those things that was like one per account or something like that. And so I think most people who bought that either claimed it then immediately or else through time and through different TLEs being released, they've probably claimed it by now, whether they claimed it then or not. I don't think that there's any way to get that at this point. I could be wrong. It could be, it could be something on the marketplace. I haven't really explored the marketplace. I know there are a lot of things on there. Let's see. We've got special. We've got let's see what services is. We've got additional character select, guild rename, potion of amnesia, Norathian witness protection package. That's going to be name change probably, and hairstyle or whatever. Appearance change. Disgenderment can change your gender. And then race can change your race. That's pretty expensive to be changing your race. 1,450 station cash just to change your race seems exorbitant to me. So that's strange. Okay, there's a lot of weirdness here because the potion, the Norathian witness protection pack gives you the ability to rename yourself, but it also gives you the ability to change your appearance, which it appears may also include gender. So you could get that if you wanted both things and get the potion of disgenderment. If you just wanted the gender change, and amnesia, if you just wanted the amnesia, I mean the name change. The weird part to me is, okay, you get a little bit of a discount because if you wanted both things, then that would cost 17. Oh, no, sorry. I cannot math, apparently. Let's see. Yeah, 1,700 even to do both. Whereas if you bought the combination witness protection, it costs a little less. Hey, Shadow, how you doing? Try to look at prices on backpack. Okay, let's see. Let's check it out. Home. We got bags, backpack. That's a 10 slot backpack, 499 station cash. That seems exorbitant because you can make backpacks in game, and like I'm carrying around 18 slot backpacks at the moment. And for 499 station cash, you can get depots for your homes. So it seems like a 10 slot backpack for 499 499 station cash. It feels a little pricey to me. EQ2 was curious about players. EQ2 players was furious about prices. Because of the price of the backpacks. It feels like if you were going to pay 499 station cash for a backpack, then it needs to have more slots, right? So like, I would think maybe a 20 slot bag for 499 would be a little bit more reasonable. Even that seems low, but yeah, it's definitely too high for a 10 slot bag.
Well met.
Although that being said, I feel like the fuel depots being as cheap as they are, or the depots in general being as cheap as they are, is a boon, right? So the fact that getting the backpack costs as much as getting a depot, maybe that's partially that the depots are very, very cheap. So that we need to keep that into consideration as well. So, but yeah, let's see what else we got here. Marketplace. Another thing I would look at would be, let's see, we got Scorched Sky and Ocean's Pool. Let's see what that's all about. Scorched Sky. Okay, there's housing on there. Fire Devil bundle, so that's an appearance item. It's a appearance pet. And the other thing is the plushie, which is a house item. So probably if you were on live, there would be more to that because I mean, I don't know. It says it's a bundle. The implication there is that it has more than just one thing in it being a bundle. Okay, I see. I think they lowered prices 999 station cash previously for a bag. That's insane. Um, that is a ridiculous amount for a 10 slot bag. I feel like 499 is still high, even if it wasn't as much as a depot. It feels high. That's like every month when you are a member, you can claim if you manage to remember to 500 station cash. So essentially, what you would be doing is if you were paying your membership fee, then you'd be able to get one bag a month, one 10 slot bag a month. That's pretty rough. I think it could be more along the lines of those plushies, like 89 station cash for a 10 slot bag feels kind of fair. The Desperately Seeking Ants quest gave 14 slot bag, and that was considered a large bag at the time that came out. So a 10 slot bag is not a bad size for like Thundering Steps tier stuff. And all the way through the Shattered Lands, a 10 slot bag was the standard, like large. That's a pretty good size bag for Shattered Lands at that time. Things have definitely changed, and expectations have changed as a result. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to say that 499 for a 10 slot bag is it's too high. Hey, I'll sell you bags, 12 slots for 20 copper. My goodness, that's very cheap. That's awesome. I don't need them on this character at the moment, but that's a very good offer. And if anybody, is on here and sees that, I'm sure they'll be excited by it. These here, I think they're all 18 slots that I have at the moment, which is, like I said, it's an incredible amount of space at this level, comparative to what was available at the time that this was live. Oh, well, thank you, Shadow. I can also make some jewelry. So see, it could be a trade situation if it comes to that. Now you're higher level, so I can't make you jewelry. Because I think you said you got level 70s, right? That's where you're at. You have a jeweler also? Oh man, of course, right? Alright, I'm gonna turn this into a taskmaster. He says, a waste of our time if you ask me. No matter where you go, there's more than enough suitable wood. But then again, I'm not the one making the decisions here. I'm required to reward you for your time. Thank you for doing business with the Farseas Trading Company. He's the meanest Farseas trading dude, That's why he got sent to Neck Forest. They're like, dude, you're a little too mean for like Isle of Mara stuff. You're gonna go hang out over there with the Freeportians. So we got an Inquisitor shield as a result of that quest. Super cool. And that also leveled me to 33, apparently. So there you go. Who knew? Going along, doing quests. And this is what I'm saying. Just enjoy your time. You don't have to try to, level up to max level. It's not important to do that. There's so many things that you can do in this game. And just go along doing your thing, and you'll get the levels as you go, Now I'm going to turn in over here to Daisy Winterhoop.
How's the hunt for the ash owlbears?
The hunt is over. Here are 13 ash owlbear sinews.
The maid for the mist will be ready to sail very soon. I haven't forgotten my promise. You ride for free, friend. Just talk to Captain Corrigan when you're ready to go.
Glad to be of assistance. Now that was a short quest line for Daisy Winterhoop. I believe I had to kill some crabs and then kill some owlbears. And that pretty much was the extent of that quest line, as I recall. This is Cauldron Hollow. Access the Witch's Key. And I would rather go in with someone else than go in by myself because that's going to be a more pleasant experience overall. So you said you got a tailor, a Jew, an armorsmith, and a sage. That's very nice. You've been busy, huh? Got the Sea Mist Fairy Narina here.
You are sailing into the Sea of Mist?
Yes.
My name is Narina, and I am on a mission that involves the Sea of Mist. It is full of many evil things. Why do you intend to go there?
I enjoy traveling.
Enjoyment is not something one finds in the Sea of Mist. My people have been charged with patrolling the enchanted lands to keep what dwells there.
What dwells there?
Before the shattering, the enchanted lands were called the Misty Thicket. They were imbued with an essence that attracts otherworldly beings. Now that same essence attracts unsavory things. Our job is to contain them.
If you're supposed to be patrolling the Sea of Mist, why are you in Nektulos now?
Our enemies surged past our defenses a fortnight past. They were stronger than they've ever been. We hunted them down across the sea at great cost. The last of them is here in Nektulos. If you intend to sail the Sea of Mist, you should know what now inhabits the enchanted lands. Would you assist me and my kinfolk in destroying the vile creatures which escaped to Nektulos?
Of course.
My scouts report that one of the escaped creatures has grafted the soul of a local resident. He or she will appear normal, yet is controlled by the creature inside. This is dangerous, but only a taste of what is seeping into our world. Do not be afraid.
I fear nothing. All right, I must identify and slay the disguised entity from the Sea of Mist. All right, I think that's all the updates that I have around these docks. May have some near the beginning of the zone, but I don't really actually think so. I may have a better chance at those shadowed men now that I've gotten a level and also a little bit of gear. Nothing to write home about, but some increases in my armor. Just from last tier mastercrafted, this tier mastercrafted on everything but the boots. So definitely a little bit of increase in mitigation, increase in strength, and of course increase in agility as well. So a little bit better chance to dodge, a little more damage, and taking a little less damage from them. Maybe enough for me to be able to kill one of these guys at a time. Maybe, possibly. If I start out with a mess, maybe. Let's make sure nothing else is going to aggro me in mid-fight. And then we'll see if we can do it. Now they're already starting to stack up ads on me. So we'll see. Ah, no quest items. That's a shame. Might be able to get a second one before I have to make a run for it. So what I'll do is I'll back up and shoot them. Actually, could have a chance of taking down another one, maybe. And, you know, since we're this far along, may as well try to get the last one, right? It's gone so swimmingly and all. All right, very nice. So, not bad. was able to take out a group of 4 of the shadowed men. Didn't get any of those updates, and I didn't get any lore and legend pieces out of the deal, but did find out that the gear plus level did help in the great fight against Shadowmen. So I'll wait for a little bit of power, and then I'll try that again. All right. Ready to give it another go. I think I'll shoot, and then I'll mez this guy. Then go back to this guy for some attacking. Uh-oh. I was afraid I might hit that bat with that, but don't seem to have, so all is well in that regard. Here comes that guy. Gonna make a move for a little bit, just because I've got, had to wait on some, cooldown there. So it definitely takes a good bit of my power, but I can take a group of 4 of these guys. So beaver cap, that's a quest starter. I believe I may already be on that. But let's find out. Maybe not. All right, it says, among my many efforts to preserve this beautiful land, I've thought it wise that the torrent beaver's teeth should be capped as well, prevent any further damage to the trees. I am not a fool and realize that I will not be able to cap all of their teeth. Read on, accept the quest, and it's slay 10 torrent beavers. Those are in the river, trying to dam it up. But not a high priority at this time. See if we can find any more shadowed men hanging around. Doesn't look like there are any on track, which is kind of strange. It makes me wonder if somebody came and cleared some out recently. So there are normally a good few running around in this area. I also happen to have a bone. So I'm going to go turn into Sergeant Doopy over here. We'll have to start the quest. It's this thing right here, this charred bone, left tibia. There's all kinds of different of these dropped bones that you come and turn into him. They're quest starters, and he's hanging out over here. He's hiding behind this. There he is. All right. And so we can just, sneak over here. Oh, there's Cruise Night. Hey, Cruz, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good, and you?
I'm doing well. Got a stream running at the moment on Twitch, but looking at turning in this left tibia to private doopy at the moment.
Bug around?
He's around, but he's working the shop at the moment, so I don't think he's been logged on quite yet.
Okay, no, I'm not looking to play. I wanted to place my order for my comics.
Oh, I see. I got you.
I told him I'd log in into. I'm almost done doing my haul. You gotta check it out. It's turned out awesome. But
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I just got a little bit more left to do on that. But I told him I'd log in this afternoon and place my order with him. I did. I just figured I could tell when he was busy or not busy to be able to do it.
Right. Yeah, I got you. I will definitely let him know that you're ready when he is.
Well, I can give you my phone number and have him call me when he gets a minute. Yeah.
I may have your phone number.
Okay.
I think so. But yeah, I'll definitely let him know real quick. I'll send him a text.
All right, because I'm gonna switch back to live so I can get that done.
Oh yeah, definitely. Got to get it ready for tonight, right?
Yep. It's just about there. All right, I'll talk to you a little bit later. Good
All
luck with
right.
your podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Alrighty. Gotta send my son a text real quick. My son owns the comics and card shop that I'm actually currently in. And so Cruisenot has been ordering his comic book, mm, I think he orders them by the month from my son's store. So has them delivered to him that way. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. We're kind of halfway running toward the place we want to be, and that would be the dogs. That's the place in question. But we also have these Torrent Beavers we need to kill because we just picked up that beaver cap quest. I was not able to turn in the left tibia, and I believe it's because the dropped repeatables seem perhaps to be broken. I can't say for sure that they are. They definitely seem to be because after you've done the quest once, a lot of them, when you examine them again, they simply disappear from your inventory without triggering the quest. I've noticed that particularly on quests in common lands. I don't know if that's true across the board or if that's only true for certain ones. I've noticed it with a broken harness and with let's see, a dull wedge over in common lands. My stylized dagger quest is not updating, so whenever I'm on it already, but you're supposed to examine it throughout the quest line, and when I examine it, it does not update properly to the next step. So I don't know if that's what's going on with the left tibia as well. This is my first time to get that one to drop after I completed it, so don't know. It did not delete it from my journal though, or from my quest inventory. That's the word I'm going for. Did not delete it from the inventory this time, so maybe it's not. Just kind of feels like maybe it is. Got another beaver up over here. It won't take too long to knock off that that beaver cap quest. It's very much lower level than I am at this point, so simple enough. I have to go update with Stalker Pulsarian. He's right over here. Well, hey, Davey, how you doing? Happy Halloween. I see you've got your little Halloween basket there. All right, Stalker Pulsarian says,
Well, you managed to finish the job. I expected you to join the ranks of the undead here in the forest. Here's your payment. The Overlord always pays people their just rewards. Are you looking for another contract?
Origins, you have to have a membership to play on. So, if you have a chrono and you've used that, then you can play on Origins. Otherwise, you have to pay the membership fee to be able to be a part of it. I have a lifetime membership that I got in like 2018, and so I haven't had to pay for my membership. But if you're a new player to the game, or if you don't have any other way that you have a membership, then yeah, you'd have to pay that membership fee. All right, so I say, yeah, I'm up for some adventure.
Then here's your contract. All the details you need to know are listed here. Remember, I pay you when you complete the assignment. The Overlord pays for success, not for failure.
I'll be back to collect my payment when I'm done. All right, so his next quest is about Gulthek's High Guards and Dragoon Lieutenants, which I already need for a different quest, and then Lord Generis. Now, Lord Generis used to spawn over by Gulthek's Citadel, and later on they moved him, so I'm not sure if on this server he'll be at Gulthek's. I think he'll probably be at Gulthek's Citadel still. But for the nonce, I think I'm going to go get these Torrent Beavers. The good news is I only need 5 more of the Torrent Beavers for this quest, and there's 3 more on track right now. So it's a pretty quick and easy quest to knock out. There is one beaver who is named. He is Paddlefoot, and he's a pretty tough old name. At this point, I may have outleveled him. I may not have. I thought there was another one. There he is. I thought so. Davey, Origins is much different than the live servers in a lot of ways. One of them is that leveling is a lot slower. It's the creatures are a lot more difficult. So the challenge rating is definitely higher on Origins than it would be on live. Also, you're going to find that people are more willing to group with you, I think, at all levels, as opposed to just needing to get to the max level. So it's a different experience overall than what you would have on live. Some people like it, some people hate it. So just depends on your preferences, I suppose. Alright, got an AA point for that completion. Very good. At some point, I need to actually look at my AA and try to decide if I want to continue down that line that I was going down, or if I want to go put them somewhere else. The final part of this line that I'm on, the intelligence line, is feign death. That could come in handy if I'm playing with a full group and I have, say, a feather in my bags. So if I'm going down, I could go run over to an area that's less aggro, feign death. Then when the aggro is cleared, pop up and res the healer. So this could be helpful. I would have to have, well, let's see. Oh, there we go. Simple enough. I didn't know if I would need to add more to this line first or if it would just go, but it did. Later on, there's going to be, I don't know if there will be on this server, but later in the timeline, there's an additional portion of AA where you need to have a certain amount of AA in one section before you can do it in the next, but apparently not in this one yet. So I'm going to allow the draggable icons, I think, for this, because I feel like I have some. Well, I don't really want to replace my current version, which is stay low. Well, maybe I do. It's an adept. Drops the threat by one position in 1,368. This one does it. This is better, so it's 1,930. So yes, I will replace this one with this one. Let's see about this. Smirking defense. This is an apprentice. That's a master. Okay. So still my master is better than the apprentice right now. So I won't drag that over. I don't need these to be like this. Okay, so I think I'll put my feign over here so that I can have it somewhere where we'll be less likely to accidentally use it. So there we go. Feign death it is. I still have 8 points that I could assign. I don't think that I'm going to do that right now because I haven't decided really which line I want to go down. I could put some more into one of these different sections here, or I could just go a little further on one of these other lines because I have 25 out of the 50 points possible to spend in here already spent with that. That means that I could go down one more line all the way to the end if I wanted to. But the question is, do I in fact want to? I don't know. The only lines that would be viable, so you can't have sword equipped in primary while you also have a dagger equipped in primary. So you can't do that at the same time. And of course, that's just one spell or one ability out of the line, but you would be invalidating one of your abilities if you go down both. Not to say that you can't or that even that you shouldn't, but it's just something to consider. This one, you have to have a rapier equipped in primary. This one, round shield, and then in the secondary, so that's a different slot. So you could do dagger line and shield line and benefit from both of those. This one, you have to have nothing equipped in your secondary slot. So you want to really think about whether you want to do that along with the dagger or along with the sword or the rapier. I currently am not. I just haven't made that decision yet. Making any decision is probably better than making no decision, but I'm actually fairly okay with my current situation in that regard. So I'm not too worried about not utilizing those points right now. I think I may have some things I'm supposed to gather here. I didn't check my journal to see what all I've got. I know I need the high guards and things like that. And I could very easily head over there by taking a left right here and going through that tunnel. Maybe I will. I don't want to do Cauldron's Hollow right now. Clarence Risk Guard wants me to get dusk darts. Those are actually in the ocean. I should have grabbed those while I was at the docks. I didn't. Then we have the gate. I keep meaning to get over to the gate, and I just haven't done it yet. It's just a simple location update. This is Wings of Bats. Could have gotten some bats while I was over there, too. Oh. Bear Eyes is clearly bears. This one is kind of an important one. Calling in the Forest. In fact, it's a good reason to go over to the Goldtheg Citadel. You have to Dragoon and Lieutenant. It's actually, I don't know that it's important on this server. I'm not sure if you need to unlock Net Castle doors on this server or not. But that's if so, then I need to finish slaying a Dragoon Lieutenant. Not really sure. Need some Dragoon sentries and some golems for that quest. Skeletons in general, I'm not going to even bother clicking for that. The stronger skeletons and patchwork men. Not going to click. Well, I will click the patchwork men, I guess. We'll click that one. We've got Gulfix Mystics, so that's again another good reason to go around the Gulfix area. Ash Wolves. Check that one off. Dragoon Kane is a heritage quest. That's for owlbears right now. I need 44 more of those, looks like. Ooh, that is an epic. I will let people know in general. And Gelades is up in Neck Forest. Level 40. Epic by 3. But we don't want to play with him for sure. So we got owlbears, identify and slay the disguised entity, and return to Shell Morgan. So he's over at Bone Lake. May as well get these bats out of the way. I had thought that I needed some penumbra ore, but I guess I finished that quest. It's probably one of the Far Seas work orders from the bench, most likely, is what that was. Let's see which quest the bats is for. Okay, that's the braiding for the 100 gold blade. So that's actually one of the quest drops. And it'll be a good one to get out of the bags for sure. Only have a few more bats, but it's not a 1-for-1. You may or may not get an update. So it's kind of a random update. Well, thanks for the follow, Yo-Yo Rogue. So that bat did not update. I'm not sure what the ratio is on the, like what your chance, I should say. I'm not sure what your chance for an update is on this particular quest. Seems to just be pretty random. But the shiny over here, on the other hand, we gotta definitely come grab. Oh, blue Nektulos pine needle, nice. I will take it. Hopefully not too many more of these guys to be able to move on to the next step of that quest. And I don't remember, this could be the last thing needed for this particular quest, but I'm not certain. I know I've already gotten a thing or two for it, and so I've advanced it at least 1 and maybe 2 steps so far. So it could be the last thing needed. I don't remember. I can remove my search there and look for the mist shillers, though. I know that. Of which there are a billion right across the river from me. Oh, man. Sometimes having track is a detriment because you kind of get used to using it and then fail to use your eyes. Alright, that was the last batwing I needed. Let's see if we can update this finely hammered blade. Alright, it says you found the blade of an elegantly crafted sword. It is missing the hilt, so the blade has been rendered useless. Looking at the metal of the blade, however, you're not sure you should get rid of it. The metal seems to have been hammered and folded quite a number of times, making it unbelievably strong. Now we're going to roll the bat leather braiding into the hilt. You take the braiding you created from the bat leather and carefully roll it into the hilt. Making sure the braiding is very tight, it takes some time before you're done. You have now reconstructed the blade, but it needs a blessing before you can use it. The blade needs to be plunged into the heart of an enemy to finalize its reconstruction. And so we're going to put the finely hammered blade away, and we see that the next step on that is, if I ever plan on using this sword, I'm going to need to plunge it into the heart of a Thixian Vin Chosen. Alright, Thixian Vin Chosen is to the northeast, close to Dragoon Canay. Right now, I'm over close to the updates for, like, a Strange Black Rock, and not so much close to the, Dragoon Canay guy. So, we're gonna head over and try to go through the cave over here. And I'm going to go invis because these mist grenades are still colorful to me, and I don't see any need to fight them right now. They're quite aggro and quite colorful. And we're going to go through this cave because it is going to take us straight over where we need to be. These are a very good spot to find some low-level elementals if you're on the Freeport side. If you're on the Kino side, there are a few very low-level golems, or elementals rather, over in Forest Ruins off of Willow Wood. But if you're on this side, those are some nice, easy ones for you. Now, these are rather heroic, and I don't think I want to tangle with the blue heroic quite yet. I might. Just give me a bit of distance and let me see if I might. Alright, let's try a sentry. And see if we can do any kiting of this guy. I'm pretty sure he would smite me pretty hard if I just run up to him and try to fight him that way. Doesn't look like it's going well this way either, to be honest, so there's that. Gotta kind of keep them slowed when you're doing this, because if they catch up, that's when they're going to smack you around a bit. The key to success is, first of all, keeping them slowed, but second of all, not running into other aggro and having a decently long strip that you can run down. And I let him catch up that time, which is why he hit me so hard. He's at 41% health right now, and I'm at 40% health right now. So we are kind of neck and neck. I'm going to let him catch up a little bit because I need to be able to hit him. And I've outpaced him a little more than intended. When you go to turn, that's when he can catch up a bit more. And so you want to make kind of a wide turn when you're doing it. I wanted him to catch up a bit, but I let him catch up more than intended again, unfortunately. It's no bueno. So if he hits me again at this point, I'm out of the game. I think I might can keep that from happening. He's currently quite far away, but I wouldn't have time to get a heal off, unfortunately. I have one healing potion. Well, I have actually 15 healing potions, but only one type of healing potion, so. Ah, he hit me. I was so close. 2%. All right, well, that means that I could do it if I tried it a few times, but I would rather not. because it takes a good bit of time to do it that way. But yeah, if I'd gotten another hit on him, that might have been the difference. But yeah. All right, now to get some of this stuff put back on. And then go see if I've got any other exciting things to do here. What it means is that I could definitely get any of the green heroics if I do it properly. In this area, any of the green heroic Gultex dudes over there. Not counting obviously names, because names are a different animal when it comes to that. Sometimes. I did run right away from the dusk darts again. All right, let's see here. That's a heroic too, so no bueno. I was hoping we could find some somewhere of the Gultex that are not heroic, and I think that it may exist, but I'm gonna have to go look around and see if I run across one. So I definitely don't want to be trying to kite these guys, for as many as I'm gonna need. So there are the Dragoon Lieutenants. It's looking like everything is going to be heroic over here. Generis used to spawn. Yep, there he is right there. All right. So when we get to that part of this, he is in fact at Gulthek's Citadel, behind the Citadel. Good to know, certainly. But I'm not going to attack them currently. If I got another level, maybe. Somebody in general says, any 50 plus level guild willing to take me in for a moment so I can buy stuff from City Merchant. I don't know how many level 50 guilds there are right now on the server. And what else do I need to do? That's the other question. Dragoon Lieutenant, Section Vin Chosen, Dust Darts, High Guards, Sentries, Golems, Skeletons, Patchwork Men, Gulthex Mystics, Ash Wolves, that's easy. Owlbears are also easy, and I need about a bajillion of them. That's a technical term. Don't know if you've heard it before. So I think I'm going to head over here to this area to get some owlbears. Hey, Mason Man, how you doing? Doing well, just ate lunch, kind of a light day at work. Nice, nice. I ate lunch a while ago myself. Lunch, breakfast, brunch, whatever you want to call it. It was food substance. First meal of the day, but also a little late for what most people might call breakfast, I think. And I guess at this point it was a couple hours ago. So all right, we're gonna just run straight across here and forget all that dancing around. And I think once I hit this island, I'm gonna go ahead and go invis so that I don't attract any of the mushroom men's attention. If there are any that are still, yeah, they would still be on me, and they would slow me and stun me and cause me all kinds of troubles. But now we don't have to worry about that. I ought to pull up track just to see what's hanging around. Very cool. Got a new character for the guild, looks like. another crafting tune, he says. So there we are. I do need some ash wolves. I don't think there are any right over in this area, but if I run across them, I will definitely grab them. I don't think that I need any anything harvested right now. Ah, yes, bear eyes. Let's not forget, we must kill the bears. That one. May as well get that. See you later, Shadow. Nice chatting with you. All right, where were we? Going along this direction, I believe. Level 2 artisan. Moving right along there. Hippity boppity. When he gets the last name, he can be Boo. And then he can be Hippity boppity Boo, right? It's almost familiar. Really, Bear? That's the way it is. Alright, so let's see here. We got a few wasps flying around. Hippity boppity says, I think I'm gonna make this guy my main tailor, keep him low level and stuff. I like to consult my map periodically to make sure I'm still running the correct way and just to kind of give a general concept of where I'm at. See what we got here. Cillian Diviners. Do I not need those, I wonder? I feel like I did need... You know what? I deleted that quest. I remember now. I had to make room for some quests in Varsoon. And I deleted the one where I need the Cillian Diviners. That's a shame. Ran those guys off, no prob. Now we've made it over to the Rumble Root area, and soon to the owlbears. In fact, I just saw something very, very briefly on my track. Probably because I need to go this way. All right, there's one. Make life easier and go get this shiny. Of all the things I can't see, shinies aren't one. All right, we're over here. So we should be able to find some more of this direction. Most likely. There's a spider. Now there's another spider. Guess we better deal with the spiders real quick. Certainly the new armor is very helpful. New jewelry is going to be phenomenal someday. Alright, I'm going to get some rumble roots on me. Deal with those guys real quick. They stunned me, but I stunned them. So, too bad for them. Now I could heal using one of my healing potions, but I don't really think it's necessary, and I'm going to be having to wait on my power to regenerate anyway. So I may as well not bother wasting the potion right now. Unfortunately, I failed to pick up some totems when I was at the depot. So my regen is not as quick as I would like it to be. I just have food and drink going. Alright. Time to move forward with our ash owlbear hunt. maybe need to come back here, find some more. Didn't even see that spider. You know, I was thinking about it, and I think that the quest for the spiders may not be the ring. It may be bracers. Maybe. Can't remember. There's definitely a drop quest that you have to kill like 40 spiders or something, and it's like, I don't know, specifically forest spiders from here. Gosh. I was gonna just run these guys off, but then they had to go and snare me, so really they've brought this on themselves, I gotta say. I'm just gonna leave them alone, but no. They wanted a taste of action, you know? May as well get them all involved here. Slowly but surely, we're getting our owl meat piled up. 19 out of 60 at the moment. Now, here's some nasty ones. These are ash owlbears. I'd rather not mess with the elder ash owlbears and just go for the other ones if I need to. And then I may give it a shot. It's gonna be difficult because I won't have very much room to run. So might can happen, might not. If I clear this area, I may be able to, but they'll start repopping. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I'm up for it. Good news is there are a good number just hanging out here in Owlbear Alley, you know. So I'm a third of the way through the owlbear quest, and this is my second time out amongst them, trying to complete it. I think I'll go toward the beginning of this area over there, or if you want to call it the end of this area, whichever you prefer, and then head back this way. The good news is they have a pretty decent repop rate for the amount of them that there are. So can just probably stick to them and not have to deal with those elder ash owlbears. As Shadow mentioned yesterday, there is an ash owlbear that you can get from killing these guys like it's an owlbear egg. And you pick that up and you can get a little temporary ash owlbear pet. It's just an appearance item. Doesn't actually do anything. It just follows you around. But I know some people like that kind of thing, so. Oh, Remnants of Norath, a level 72 guild, is currently recruiting from crafters, traders. That's interesting. I guess that means that the level has gone up to probably 100 then. Maybe 75, but I think probably 100 if there's a level 72 guild running around. All right, this is nothing more than a typical feather from an owlbear, but we're going to examine the feather closely. We'll get a quest. While hunting owlbears, I found an old feather. I wonder what adventure this feather will bring my way. Let's accept it. Look for similar feathers, fast owlbears. Well, guess what? We have one. Let's examine it. Ah, it didn't care about our examining of it. It was uninterested. Up to 25 of 60 already, so we are flying along in that quest. Speed of sound, you know, that's how quickly. Not gonna go so far as to say the speed of light. That's asking a little much. Suspension of disbelief is one thing, but come on now. Hippity Boppity is flying along as well. He's up to a level 6 artisan already. Knocking out that artisan tunic's line, I'm sure. There's another weaponsmith book. The weaponsmith is going to be thrilled. It's just out of curiosity. What level is your weaponsmith? I think he's very low. He may still be technically a like somewhere between 10 and 19, which my brain is going an outfitter. He may technically be an outfitter. Nope, he is actually a weaponsmith because he says he's level 22 weaponsmith. I don't know, but he may be the only weaponsmith in the guild. He can make swords and stuff. So saith Hippity. It occurs to me his character will not currently have access to the depot because he just told me about this depot, so I haven't had time to do that yet. Okay, I should take a closer look at another feather. That's what that says, so let's do it. It's nothing more than a typical feather for an owlbear. Examine the feather more closely. This one looks as if it has been deliberately cut. Upon closer inspection, you can see a small marking painted onto the feather towards the base. Try to recognize the branding. The marking looks like it's a branding of some sort, which vaguely resembles a waterfall. Thinking back, you now remember seeing a similar marking on the last feather you looked at. Remember the symbol on the feather. All right. So let's see here. That is this one here, and I should try and find the owner of this brand. Maybe the symbol of the waterfall is a clue. I should try and find the owner of the brand. All right, so that's obviously going to be up in this area right over here. See this? Over by Tombs of Night. That's my deep thought on that. Ah, Bogajoa has answered in channel. I'm not the only weaponsmith, but I am the highest level. That works. Oh, I see here. Cool, check the depot for weaponsmith books when you get a chance, I said, and then he said he made your dagger. Cool. Perhaps not my current dagger because... No, yeah. Good job, Dumbledore. Radio. Good job, Dumbledore. Ah, halfway through now. 30 out of 60 of those. All right, I'm going to have to take a break for a bit and get some things done in the real life, and it won't be too long before I'm back, maybe 30 or 45 minutes probably, and then I will be back in the game. It was a pleasure streaming with you, and as always, chatting with you as well. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me, turn on notifications so you can see when I go live. I will talk to you in a little bit and have fun while I'm gone. Bye bye.